personal news, across the street from me, Will Noonan.
Did he move in?
Friend of CIS.
Yes.
And Caught Up, and the host of Capo Comedy Night has moved in. And he's literally like, he's not disappointing in the role of wacky neighbor.
Oh, already,
So he's on the first...
Sounds exhausting.
He's on the first floor, and he has his windows are always open. So whenever he's like a dog. Whenever a car pulls up, he's in the window looking. And
like
if
Mrs. Kravitz?
not like a Mrs. Kravitz, more like I'm trying to think of like what's like a wacky neighbor, like
Kramer?
like yes
Schneider?
maybe like Kramer, or maybe not so much as Schneider, but maybe like Kramer, or maybe Squiggy.
Oh, you've got your own Squiggy.
I have my own Squiggy.
Lucky you.
So all of a
Glasses
sudden
are dirty.
he pops up and he opens his screen
Sure.
and like hangs his elbow like he did to that. Remember we saw in his old apartment.
It's very reminiscent of 227.
Yes, Mary. Yes, exactly.
Mary Lester.
Yes. Does that happen to reboot too or something? Did I just see that?
I don't know. I'd watch Jack Hay in anything.
Oh
so
yeah,
if it does, I hope she's in it.
So he's the equivalent of Jack Hay.
Okay.
So he'll like poke his head out and be like, "Hey," like he'll kind of heckle me about my parking. Or...
I mean, for your sake, I hope this just is a new thing that wears off.
I don't know.
Because it sounds exhausting.
Yeah, I hope so. I'm going to have to start wearing disguises.
Yeah.
But anyway, so he's over there now, and so far he's not disappointed in the Kramer role.
I mean, you don't want to have to pepperoni his car.
I know, which leads me up to the conversation that we were just having on Twitter about, because I was walking Vito in the neighborhood, and I saw what Will Noonan posted on social media today, which was... I almost thought of stopping and taking a picture, but I didn't have my phone with me.
Yep.
It was a car door, and it was all like congealed
it looks like that, like
cheese
Tostitos
whiz, like cheese whiz, or...
which is delicious.
If I had a chip,
I wouldn't waste it on a car door. That's
and it
for
was
sure.
all over. It was deliberate. It wasn't like somebody spilled it.
I'm sure whoever's car it was deserved it.
Yeah, so it was like all congealed. Like how you open in that car door, I don't know. It's only cheese.
It
though.
Probably just peels right off. It's
so
like
then
fake.
I brought up the point, like back in the day, we used to put dog poop. Not we, people I know.
I bet you did it because you want to do it all the time.
Used to put dog poop up under someone's door handle, like that would ruin your
day.
day.
It'd be under your fingernails forever.
And also, it wouldn't be noticeable. Like this
Right.
cheese whiz was noticeable. Like it'd be a surprise.
Yeah,
like
a
dog
nice
poop.
surprise.
So of course that went on to everybody jumping all over. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, and
like,
I have to say, Maureen has advocated more than once that we put dog poop under somebody's handle.
I just said
it
don't
is like
cross
your go-to move.
Yes. Although, if you ever got caught doing that, like
how
now
embarrassing!
Cameras,
a 50-year-old
I
woman,
know,
you got
in
caught
a house coat
oh
with
my God.
poop, poop on a stick.
Worse than being caught ding-dong ditching.
No, ding dong ditch is nothing. Which people must be getting busted now all the time for ding dong
like
ditching
with the Nest
because
Cam?
of the Nest Cam.
That's nice, man. So check out their podcast. It's good anyway. It's just a really interesting. Dude, she's the most Southie person, the right kind too. Like, because people will say, oh, someone's a Southie person. They're kind of talking about a certain type of like cigarette smoking scratch,
and there's like a violence to it. Yeah.
She is like
pro Keno.
I'm talking like she is the a good like well-to-do.
Yeah.
But like lifelong, because so I happened to run into her and her husband when I was parking my car, and I'm walking. So I walked like 4 blocks through Southie with them, and I never had that experience. And it was like walking through Washington D.C. with someone who was once the president of the United States. Like it was like she knew something about every single thing we walked by.
I'm positive that's not true of the president of the United States. There's no way this Obama can't tell you where to get a good...
someone who had worked
tell
in
you
Washington.
knows where to get a good roast beef is Barack Obama.
It was like a Senate aide, maybe someone who knew everything about every
Senate
play.
aide might know.
There you go. That's a better example.
She does what they pretend
Senate aide
to
gets
do.
a lot of coke.
Yeah, but she does it. She builds like a real community. She got pretty much her and her husband got the parking lot of
They
the
did. They
place
changed.
paved.
They're the ones that got the
Like,
Stop and Shop parking lot redone.
Oh, that's great.
She and her like little collection have done more for Southie than most of the
You know how they
politicians.
use the term influencer?
Yeah,
She
it's
actually
real.
has
That's a legit
influence.
thing.
Southie influence.
She has influence. So we're walking back and we're shooting the shit. They're great. Like they're like one of those couples that are like funny and shit and like work off each other and stuff. They like almost have like a Burns and Allen thing going. They've been together so many years. And we're walking and we're walking out and there's like a couple fighting like in their apartment.
Who the fuck are Burns and Allen?
Do you know Burns and Allen?
No.
It's
for a second I thought hockey.
George Burns and his wife. They were like a classic.
Oh, I didn't know George Burns.
They were husband and wife comedy team. Come on, man.
Sorry, I was mad about it.
1930s. Yeah.
My Adam Oates.
Yeah, I mean, come on. Is this not a
Burns and
timely
Allen.
reference, Dan, that you don't just get?
I bet it was funny. I like George Burns.
Not only am I referencing George Burns, but young George Burns.
He's me tooing that lady.
That's his wife.
Which
at
may
that.
or may not be
That's
fine.
not his wife. You don't touch your wife like that.
I think he used to.
So anyway,
he had crazy eyebrows.
He did. That was his. Well, he obviously used them before he had the cigar. Or he had the eyebrows.
I thought he was just with the two old guy movies. Oh God.
Oh yeah.
Or something.
Anyway, we walked by.
I thought he made
an
it when he was
apartment.
90.
There's a couple fighting, and we listened to their fight. From the
Struggled
outside.
for 82 years. And then he hit it.
Over 1960.
Persistence.
It is great. His wife finally died. He finally shook that dead weight of Allen. He's like, finally, in my 80s, I could do this thing.
Yeah. It's like when Andy Richter left.
She stops.
I gotta tape that for you. I'm gonna tape next week. That's a new edition. Pillow this week. Next week, I'm gonna
Tape that on. That's 2 weeks in a row. I'm just too. I like to move it a lot.
You do move a lot. Yeah. It's good.
It's the Schultzy move of like, it's like I'm on stage.
But what you're talking about is hilarious in Southie when you walk by and you hear
This is why
couples
we can
fighting
never
in the
clip.
first floor.
We can never get clips because we're so tangential on this show. But yeah, me and Peter and Maureen, we were walking and we're like, hear this huge fight happening. And it was like over someone had made a mess. Like, you're always leaving your shit around. It wasn't like,
Oh, this woman would hate me.
it wasn't a big fight, but it was one of those. And it was so funny. They just immediately like go into like this mode, and we're all in this mode where we're listening. And like she was in her zone, you know what I mean? It was like, it was the same way Bradford talked about Wiggy went into like his athletic beast mode.
Yeah.
It was like Maureen was like, she was just in her. And I was like, this is like watching, like this is a master at work right here. It was very cool.
Do you know what cracks me up about her too? People will tweet her. They're like, "I heard a loud noise. What was this, Maureen?"
I do it too.
She's like, "I'll look into it." That's
Yeah.
what her T-shirt needs
Wow.
to be. I'll
Yeah.
look into it.
She's a great person. Her and her husband and Heather Foley too. They're all great people to know. They know everything. If you have any like wonders about Southie, they know everything and everyone.
Yeah, there's so many transplants here now that
It's crazy. You know how many people are talking about how many people there are, right? Obviously, new people. I think we may have almost doubled the amount of dogs in Southie overnight last month.
I think so too.
Right?
I noticed
Have
that
you noticed
too.
that?
It's so good.
There's so many fucking dogs in South Boston.
they're fucking.
There's like they're all fucking, but it's their. I was thinking that. So my